Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to Echoes of Childhood. Glongi here. Today we have Ossy on the show. Now, you guys tilt your eyes right about now. Ossy, hi.
Hey, Glongi.
You're looking good, though.
Thank you, my dear.
I love your cap.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
very
you.
great. Fresh. Where have you been?
Been around, though.
I think you probably traveled somewhere that we know nothing about. You're probably hiding things.
No, nothing serious. I just had a couple of work trips, but yeah, I'm very much available now.
But you traveled?
I did travel.
You see, how did I know?
Spot on, I did travel.
Oh, yes. So I'm good at these things. You guys, I met Ossy in church and happened to be part of my team, media team. Correct. We're both in Shock and Awe.
Shock and Awe.
So tell me, I said I was going to ask you this question, yeah? So why did you join Shock and Awe? Tell us.
So I joined the church. I've been a part of the church for almost 2 years now. Roughly 2 years. Mm-hmm. And on one of those Sundays, what the service was pretty much centered around was just conscripting people, I should put it that way, to join different work groups, different service groups. And, it just made sense. So different subgroups were coming to pitch to the church.
Okay, that particular day.
Exactly. Yeah. There was a Sunday they were coming to pitch.
So we caught you.
Exactly. And then Shock and Awe just seemed like, something, it seemed like a place I could learn and not exactly be in people's faces. Even if, eventually that second part was difficult.
Because I would if I said Pastor Ossy, I want to.
Yeah, so even if that, but it has been an amazing experience.
Okay.
Before now, I had no prior knowledge about photography, taking photos and all that, but it's been a great place to learn and to just hone skills.
Okay. Yeah. So would you say that you joining the team, any of the teams in church, also came from a part of maybe your foundation where you would always join groups in every other churches that you've been, maybe when you're in children's church, when you're just your foundation, did it come from there too?
Yes. I'm from a very conservative home. My parents are both pastors. Oh. Yes, and he's
a PK.
Yeah, yes, I'm a PK, yes. So it just did not sit well with me to be in a local assembly like that and just be, bench warmer. Mm-hmm. It just made sense to be a part of something and contribute my quota to God's service.
Okay. Yeah, very understand. I mean, without you saying it, I think I had little percentages of all the things that you said, but now you've confirmed it.
Okay.
So you see, we are going to be talking about your childhood. So tell us everything about your childhood. I know you can't tell us everything, but please just share a few of your childhood experiences. Okay. The things that shaped you to be Ossy that we know now.
Yeah, well, quite a lot of my childhood experiences are centered around my family. Okay. I'm a heavily family-oriented person. Yeah. And I've never had to live apart from my family, live away from my family. We've always been, a very tight-knit people, yes. Yeah. And almost all of the experiences I've had, had something to do with my siblings or my old folks or, something of the sort. Mm-hmm. And there've been a couple that have stood out.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in the north. I grew up up north, yes.
Mm-hmm. So
yes.
I would always ask people who grew up in the north, so you speak Hausa?
Yes, I do speak Hausa.
Let me not speak here. If I speak, I'm gonna run.
Yes, I do speak
I promise
Hausa.
you will run.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me.
So, there are a couple of them. But, like I said before, just a few of them stand out. Mm-hmm. I had a very embarrassing one. Mm-hmm. And I also had, one that also just became like a mold for my life and, how I lead my life. It was a very humbling experience. Yes. Okay. So I don't know. I should probably start out with you tell me.
Good. But when you talk about humbling experiences, it's already tilting towards something that taught you something.
Yes.
An experience that taught you something.
Yes, absolutely.
We're already there. So let's have it.
Okay. So, back in the day, I told you I grew up in, up north, Kano State precisely.
Okay.
Yes. And, we're just fine. We're not exactly so financially buoyant, just a very humble upbringing. And I remember one of those days back then, they released this Indomie noodles. Indomie noodles had just come into the market.
It was yes. in every home.
Yes. And, it just seemed like a meal only for the elite. At the time, that was just my mindset.
Okay.
It just seemed like, we used to have, back then there were a lot of jingles, this,
Mama,
exactly. So,
good.
Loads of those jingles and, see them on
the
TV.
Children looking all good.
It just seemed like the best thing after sliced bread. And, everybody just wanted
I know that's a phrase, but it's just a phrase, but exactly. I feel like, but
exactly. So there was that, and none of us, not myself, and neither of my 4 siblings, had tried it out.
Okay.
And we were.
You got that many?
We're 5. Yes. Okay. I'm number 4 of 5 kids. Yes. Yeah. So we were very stoked. And one of those afternoons, I remember my mom, after work, I think we'd gotten back from school. She came home and she was unpacking, and then the next thing we saw, the holy grail of meals for children at the time.
Indomie.
Oh my God.
And you know that when they started producing Indomie, the spices, that spice was hit.
It was good. It was different. The packaging, I think it had, it was different.
And so at some point, I felt like it was too much for the quantity of noodles they had in the pack.
You're correct.
So as time went on, they started working on it. They said that some people will make noodles and they will not finish.
They will have it. They will now start using the spice for other meals.
Things.
Correct. So that was it. You can imagine the atmosphere. We were all very excited. I'm very certain all of us joined her in the kitchen that day to prepare it. Because we just could not wait
eating gold
to try it out for the first time.
And then they smell the aroma.
Filled the air. Everybody was. It was just a good time. It's just one of those very pivotal times in your life that you just cannot forget. You feel the love and the warmth of family. I can't remember how many pieces she got. Maybe 2 packs or 3 packs. It was not so much. Yes.
This was exactly what happened in my home.
Okay.
It happened in my house. And by the time you do the scale, you're using fork to carry
exactly
the feeling when it finishes.
Exactly.
So painful.
Yes.
So sad.
So that was the experience. And then we had these very small cups kind of back in the day.
Okay, so she uses
exactly. So what we basically used those cups were for moi maybe on Saturdays.
Okay.
And then so she just scooped
inside.
And shared.
That one is even good. If you eat it together, some people, you now be younger than others. Like you have elder ones. That's how they will pounce on the thing. You not be crying. I mean, that's your fault.
Because why should you? Yes. Yeah. So, that was the experience, and it's just one of those experiences that, I cannot forget. Yes, because, especially because we were from a very humble background, and then, my parents being very intentional about not making us feel left out.
Giving you even his little
exactly, making you have an idea, grow up with a very decent self-esteem, thanks to them and all that.
So you don't feel left out, you don't feel like, well, I understand all of that. It happened to me, like I said.
Okay.
Mine, there was a time that we were even trying some other things with noodles, with this Indomie thingy. We're using curry. That's how we put curry. It will be green. Like fried rice, fried in noodles.
Chefo.
You put it here, you mix everything together. They go. It dig. That's how we're hitting ourselves. It dig,
Trying out different things.
Yeah, we tried, of course, till today, sardine and noodles. They're still very best friends. And the one that they pour the egg inside. Did you like it?
I'm not. I would prefer to have my egg on the side, not exactly mashed with the noodles.
Well, because we were trying it, so we tried it this time. One of my siblings, she paused. By the time she was vomiting, we were so angry. Like, she didn't have even eaten it in the first place.
Considering the waste now.
Like she was just, I say,
must have been too many spices.
Very, very.
Too many spices.
No, I think she doesn't her body does not accept the fact that you pour the egg inside there. You mix it, just fry it or you boil it.
Exactly how I prefer it.
Till today, she doesn't like it, but we're exploring. And me, all of them, bring it on. I love this,
Yeah.
So what would you say was one of your, what's it called now?
It was an embarrassing experience.
Let's hear it.
Yes, but it was also very important. I think I learned a very important lesson that day.
Okay.
Yes, I did, and it has stuck with me all through. It was a Sunday.
Yeah.
And I grew up in a family church back up north. Yes, I grew up in a family church. And
which of the churches?
Open Christian Fellowship Ministries.
Oh, okay.
Eventually they renamed it Toka, the Open Christian Assembly.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's the church. It was a church back then in Kano. And, on the Sundays after service, we would have, it was just very bustling. You would expect no families, kids. Yes, I was a teenager. I was probably 13 at the time.
Oh, yeah. that
13, yeah, 13, 14 at the time.
That age is already the problem.
Exactly. So, you know, I had friends around, and I used to be a motor child growing up, as opposed to now, you know. So everybody would call my mom Mama Ossy, just, you know, even when I'm not exactly the first son or first child, yes. So I had like friends around, there were families around. We had this guy selling ice cream.
You know, I think you have that personality where you don't have to necessarily be everywhere to be known.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to Ossy, I do this, I do that. You know, you just get there and you are seen. So I can relate when you say that people call you mom, Mama, you are supposed to be first child. Exactly. So we know in Africa.
Exactly.
We got Mama this, Mama that.
Yes, that's the nomenclature. Exactly. Yes. Yeah, so that was what it was. And it was at that point in my life when I started having crushes. Exactly. When I started having
teenage love.
Exactly. So that's time of life. And you know, so I had like a couple of crushes. Also,
wait, so you the leader of the cartel?
You can bet. I mean, Alpha Man, king of the pack. You get something like that. Exactly. So
I can't wait.
All that was around. I'm just trying to set the tone, give you an idea.
And the tone is entering.
Exactly.
Going.
Of what, you know, the background, or what the setting was.
Okay.
Yes. And you know, we're done.
I'm picturing. I don't know what your church was like.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was one of those very,
Okay.
sunny afternoons. People were, you know, getting kids ice cream and stuff like that. And then my parents, my dad has been a pastor for quite a while, so they had meetings. You know how to be on Sundays, we'll have to stay back. Exactly.
It was tiring.
So eventually he came out, and then he was to take us home. Myself, my mom, everybody was leaving. My siblings as well, who were present in church on that Sunday. And I think I can't exactly place what it was I was doing, but they had called out to me a couple of times to come and join them so we can head out.
Yes.
You know, they had called out, and
almost every boy child growing up experienced this.
Exactly. Almost all. I mean,
so I'm just going to let you enjoy. Give me. I don't want to touch this gist.
You are now coming into yourself. You feel like you are a man.
Yes.
You've got this,
and your voice would have been deeper now.
Exactly. So you can get, and then so I think my mom had sent one of my siblings to tell me how far. Let's leave. We're headed home. But then I was still stalling. So they had waited for a bit. I think the engine was running, and then she called out.
They were waiting for like that.
She called out. Now everybody was going impatient because it was Sunday. Everybody was tired. We had not. Probably had not had food.
You know, the hunger after church
slaps differently.
You bet. Special.
It slaps differently. So
can cause anger issues. I'm telling you, you'll be so. And you know the funniest thing is, if they don't cook before leaving the house, or maybe they don't make stew the previous day, and you now get home. I mean, we're the ladies, and you're meant to now boil rice, make stew. What is it? So annoying.
Yes.
So yes.
So that was what it seemed like. That was what it looked like. So I think my mom eventually yelled and called my name. I was like, Ossy, can we go? And then I probably, out of anger, or, you know, I cannot exactly tell.
To wait.
I can't exactly tell whatever gave me that morale to pull that stunt. I yelled back and said, I'm coming now.
You know the problem. Is that your now? Is that now? Whether it is being spelled N-O-W or N-A or any now.
However, it is, do not include that. Africans do that. You don't do that. Don't go there.
So your mother, the one that gave birth to you.
So eventually I came, and then I sat in the car. And before my dad,
even the African something inside.
I should have known better. I should have just taken the route of walking home.
Okay.
It would have been a healthier route to take.
Okay, because you didn't know what was going to happen.
I didn't know what was coming for me. I didn't know what I was up against. And you know, she came out. You know, she was sitting in front next to my dad. She came out and asked me to come out. And then she gave me a very clean slap. Because it's echoed, and I told you, like, I had crushes at the time.
They don't slap me.
I had like crushes at the time that, you know, were around, so it was something they saw in.
Oh my God! They would not say. Let's say, for instance, your crush was Rosalind. Rosalind, they don't slap. Rosalind, they don't slap your crush.
It was very, very embarrassing. It was very embarrassing.
I can imagine.
Yes, and you know, the point was, to her was a lot of people had witnessed her, disrespected her, you know, in front of everybody, having to call out, and then I yelled back at her. That was the height of it. And she needed to also in public correct the notion, you know.
Because, you know, sooner or later, it will not be as if, okay, this person did this and the mom did not. And so the mom not train her well.
You know the narrative.
And I think your mom is a disciplinarian.
She is. Right? She did 90% of the beating, probably 95% of the beating back then.
Fair enough.
Yes.
So she doesn't want a child that would not come and disgrace me. You know, that's the slogan in every African home. Exactly. Don't come and disgrace me. Remember the child of who you are. You know, those kind of, that's what they were telling you. You know, so when that thing happened, how did you feel?
My God, I felt
like it was a resetting one.
Now you come back to yourself.
Factory reset.
And then it just seemed like they had poured cold water on me. So
and what you know,
I was very humble everywhere, everybody, because people were stunned. Nobody saw it coming. You know, I did not see it coming myself. I didn't know that I was going to get slapped. You see, I didn't see it coming as well.
Don't you, at least, and even if it's like 2% in your heart, I've told you that this man will kill me, or not even slap me.
I can't still place what exactly was so important that made me first off not go when they had sent my sibling to me. And then still yell back at my mom when she called out for me, you know, so whatever it was.
I think that, so you were at the point where what mattered to you was your prestige or integrity in front of your crushes, the girls and all of that. And in your heart, you're now a big boy.
Trying to maintain steed.
You get. And this woman should have known that I'm a big boy. I can't be doing this to me. So, but I know you are aware. You can't say that you didn't know that one was going to do that thing. You probably just convince yourself that was the worst that can happen. So,
right.
I don't want
and maybe somehow I had hoped in my mind that whatever retribution would come about
at home.
To get the points.
Yes. You know, so but that I don't know if I should clap for your mom. I don't know what to say. You did a great job. Now.
Yes, I think that was very important in setting the tone for respecting parents.
I mean, you're a well-respected young man, and you look like you have self-discipline, and all thanks to the foundation.
All right.
So tell me the beautiful ones.
Well, I gave you one of the beautiful ones already.
Just tell me very, very small, of just something small.
Okay.
You know, so just.
Okay. Growing up, academics is a thing my parents, take very seriously. Yes.
Academics.
Why the hesitation?
I don't know. I know something just I should do my face like that.
Yeah. So academics, and I used to be part of one of those kids who, would always come top of the class in secondary school, primary school, mostly. Yeah. And, it was always a fight. It was always a battle. It was always, yes, best. Exactly. And then preparing for maybe classes, exams, continuous assessments. I just felt confident enough that whatever I study not exactly study, whatever, I was a part of, whatever class I was a part of.
You'll do well.
I'll do well. I don't have to exactly go back and review. Exactly. But then my mom would always insist that, you stay up many times up at night. She would sit with you. Just to ensure that you actually read and quiz you afterwards.
Okay, as if I knew I was going to hear something like this. Maybe that's why I gave that look. What is it? Like I was just a child. Like, mommy, I'm a child.
And you know how it is now. After playing all through the day, you are very physically spent. You just want to sleep.
I know children. We will be playing. You'll be sitting. You know the way children breathe when after we give them. Do you know?
Exactly. So you can imagine the frustration having to wake up at 1 a.m. in the morning and stay up, get quizzed, but the satisfaction that follows afterwards when you get your scripts marked, or it's maybe third term, and then the speech and prize giving day, and it's always, so that was just it formed the highlights for me.
Thanks to your mom.
Yeah,
like I know I said you're going to give us like more like Jara, and this is Jara in us. Thank you so much for coming on Echoes of Childhood.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
I am excited
to
hear all these plenty gist. This is the I was just, and I can relate to. I had similar experiences, all right, and I would say that it made me the best version of who I am today. Right. Okay, so you guys have enjoyed this episode. I think way more than I did. I know. So please do well to subscribe, like, share, comments. I'll be underneath the comment section responding to every single comment that pops up on Glongis TV. Go on Glongis TV and do all of these things. I'll be there live and direct. So Ossy, we should say bye together with our hands like this now.
All right.
Once read, we'll say
bye.
Bye.